ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Star Wars Venator-Class Republic Attack Cruiser. Or also Venator-Class Star Destroyer, as said on the display plaque. After all those years, we finally get this iconic Star Wars ship in UCS form. I am beyond excited, so honestly, let's just get straight into this review. LEGO Set 75367 came out October 1st this year and is based off the Clone Wars and flagship version of the Venator-Class Star Destroyer. Not this one from Revenge of the Sith, it's different. It's part of the Ultimate Collector series of LEGO Star Wars sets and the 20th anniversary Clone Wars as well. It's aimed at ages 18 and up, comes with 5,374 pieces and retails for $650, the same in euros, £560 and 1,000 Australian. A huge chunk of money, but in terms of value still is about 12 cents per piece, which is right about average. It includes two minifigures, both of which are new and exclusive to this set according to LEGO themselves. This set, as you know, is based on the animated show Star Wars The Clone Wars, in which it's heavily featured as the big cruisers the Republic uses to take on the Separatists. It is simply a badass looking ship. It's awesome to see we're finally getting a proper LEGO version of it. And as I said earlier, this version of the cruiser is the flagship one, which was mostly used by Jedi generals like Anakin Skywalker. This could therefore be the Resolute, technically, since Admiral Yularen is included in this set. Fun to think about. The box is obviously just massive, and as always has the clean Ultimate Collector Series box art, which I continue to be a big fan of. The images on the box kind of show all the different sides of the Venator, which is a cool detail. Even the bottom is shown on the bottom. UCS sets always have these cool unboxing experience as well, so this one is no different. Inside you'll find two more boxes, both covered with a few shots from Revenge of the Sith. They didn't need to do that, but they did it anyway. Opening these up, you're going to be presented with 48 numbered bags, 4 fat instruction manuals consisting of a whopping 982 pages all combined, and a sticker sheet with 6 large stickers. And the instructions, of course, have a nice intro with all kinds of information about the set and the original Venator. Building this is a ton of fun, I must say, but there are some things to mention. This is a huge LEGO set, and naturally that means it's gonna take a lot of time. Not only is it big, it's also a grey Star Wars ship, and similarly to the AT-AT, there isn't as much variety you'd get on, say, Hogwarts or Rivendell. This is something to keep in mind, and it's not for everyone. I found myself building the same wing about 4 times, which at the end got a bit repetitive, I guess. Obviously though, this is impossible to avoid, so who can we blame but yourself for buying a set like this? I myself don't mind it too much. I like building sets like these, and the way all the big pieces fit together absolutely makes up for all the repetitiveness. This thing is truly well put together. I spent about 9 hours in total putting this thing together. And also these are the spare parts I have for those who are interested. Then now, first the minifigures. First off, after an actual decade, we finally get another Phase 2 Captain Rex. Now, I'm not gonna go into the helmet holes, there's plenty of people talking about that already. I don't mind it too much personally, but what I do miss is a waistcape. $650 seems like the kind of set you'd expect a waistcape in, especially because he did have one in 2013. Besides this, I love how this guy looks, and particularly the arm printing is a big step up from the previous version. Overall, I'd say he simply looks like Captain Rex. Under his helmet we get a special face print utilizing the bandage from after his inhibitor chip was removed. Pretty cool detail. Then we have Admiral Yularen, and this is the first time we've seen him in LEGO ever. He looks very nice, all the details are in place as you'd expect, and he even has dual molded legs as just the cherry on top. He comes with 2 facial expressions, one neutral and the other with a raised eyebrow kind of thing. Surely a fine addition to the collection. Now, the Venator itself. This thing is simply majestic. It's massive, it's imposing, it's incredibly accurate. It is just it's just great. Let's get into it and see how close to perfection they really got. First off, the model is 109 centimeters long, 54 centimeters wide, and 32 centimeters high. That is the same length as the Imperial Star Destroyer, but it's not as wide and bulky though. But purely based on just looks, how close is it to the real thing? It appears the width, length, and thickness all match very well. They absolutely nailed the proportions and placement of all smaller details. I don't think there's much to criticize here. Maybe the guns on the sides are a tad big, but apart from that, it is honestly quite spot on. All the wings and panels just look amazing. There's great use of both tiles and plating, giving it the typical UCS look, and the attention to detail is honestly mesmerizing. The smooth dark red patterns on the sides are just I'm not the biggest fan of the stickers though, because the gray color just doesn't really match the Lego color. Printed pieces would have been nice, especially for the price. The details on the side gaps look incredible though, going all around the cruiser. And the hangar doors are actually different on each side. One of them is closed and the other has a tiny little Republic gunship inside, which, I mean, kind of looks like it. We've got these guns on the sides, which can't move sadly, along with all the turbo lasers on top of the wings. They can sort of spin around and move up and down, but they are quite fragile, so you might want to just put them in position and leave them be. Then moving to the back, we have the engine area, which... oh, just look at that. The engines sit in place pretty strongly as they're attached to the back and side of the cruiser. The blue thruster fire pops a lot and overall it's just such a badass look. Absolutely fantastic. The rest of the backside is pretty simplistic though. It might have been nice to see a little bit more detail here, especially comparing it to the rest of the ship. But to be fair, the Clone Wars versions aren't all that detailed in this area, so I guess it's fine. These panels, I don't like the way they look, but this simply is what they look like in the show. Therefore, this isn't valid because it simply, it looks accurate technically. The whole bridge area is the most regular brick built area of the model, I guess, using various techniques to get the angle and look just right. They used a bunch of transparent pieces to create these blue accents, and I must say I saw quite a bit of color difference in those pieces, which I never really noticed before. It doesn't stand out as much when you put it together though. Then what's funny is all the way at the top there is what I thought was an illegal building technique, putting tiles between the clips. I can't lie, it felt wrong doing that, but it does look really nice, there's no denying that. And guys, they even made the bottom look nice. It's crazy. There's a bunch of nice stripes and plates and just even some greebling in the center there. The ship, however, has no interior whatsoever, unless you count this hangar as interior. The red stripes or the hangar doors don't open up like they do in the show. This does make perfect sense because down below there's literally just the base structure. There's just no way they could have fitted any interior in there. But what does bother me just a little bit is the wings are completely empty, like all the way empty. And I feel like they could have easily put some little sections in there as an Easter egg or something. Possibly with panels above that you can just take off like the Millennium Falcon had. That, I guess, is the only thing I miss a little bit. As you expected, the whole ship is basically one big Technic skeleton with panels and elements attached all over. And the way some of these panels are attached is super satisfying, using pins and even rubber pieces to get the angle just right. It's a very creative decision and came out perfectly in the end. At first, I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't be that stable because of this, but honestly, it is super sturdy and I have zero problem picking this up and moving it around. The only thing that can fall off easily are these guns on the sides that happen several times during building. The stand it's on is also very strong, holds it in place perfectly. The only thing I don't love about this is taking these off is quite a problem. They really are stuck in there, so it would be a ginormous operation to take them off for, say, an alternate stand or whatever. Personally, I love the look and height of the stand though, so I feel like for 99% of people, this will do just perfectly. As you know, all UCS sets come with a display plaque, and so does this one. A printed one this time, and also an exclusive 20th anniversary Clone Wars brick, which is really cool to have. You can also put your figures on the left if you so please. What a legendary set, guys. Honestly, it is so much better than I expected going into this. I am a happy fan. It's just,
Pros and cons.
For the pros, the sheer bloody beauty of this thing has to be the biggest pro. It is simply glorious. It is super sturdy for its size, and it's not too wide and bulky like the Imperial Star Destroyer, so I feel like it's still relatively easy to display this. Then the cons, I hate to be this unoriginal because I'm pretty sure everyone else says this as well, but I hate the stickers. I don't like them at all. They stand out a little bit too much for me, and I think printed would have gone a long way to make this near perfect. Then there's Rex. While I'd say I love him more than most, that waistcape is an unavoidable flaw that could have been so easily fixed, especially for $650. And about that price, this can't actually be considered a con because it's absolutely worth that money in my opinion, but it still is a huge chunk. So, well, there you have it. Honestly, I'm at a loss of words. Usually I know what to say, but now I'm just like, it's just amazing. It's amazing, that's what it is, so couldn't recommend it more. If you liked this review, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single future video, and then I hope I'll see you in the next LEGO review.